Picturesque, Ostrov. Good morning and welcome to round one of the 2024 WGP1 World Series, the Jet Tribe Euro Finals. This is Dawn Dawson here live from Picturesque, Poland. We are in Ostrów, Warcki, and if you would like to follow all of the great action, we are on to day 3 of racing here at our first stop of the WGP1 World Series Tour. Be sure and follow us on social media, jetskiworldseries.com. You can also catch us at all the social media feeds, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, right here at Jet Ski World Series. You can even get us now on TikTok at Jet Ski World Series. I want to thank you so much for joining us right now. You are cutting in right in the middle of the endurance round, and it was all about Georgi Kasha first thing this morning, taking the whole shot, and he was leading up until lap number 7 when Hugo Pastorello took over. Yep, you heard it right. John Bruno Pastorello actually was in an accident and unable to be here today. A 3-time World Series champion, turning it over to his son, Hugo Pastorello, currently in the lead on that very famous 8-ball, the number 8 Kawasaki. Right behind him is boat number 85, Mr. Kramer. And in third, Kylie Elmers. In fourth, it is Louis Bahizan, and in 5th, Michael Legault, rounding out your top 5. In 6th place, Nico Chamond, a 2021 World Series winner. And in 7th place, it is a local product, that is Anya Yachimek, right here from Poland, who is in that top 10. We are just counting down the final few minutes of endurance, and it has been a 2-liter change. Started out with Georgi Kasha, who then ran into some trouble, and now Hugo Pastorello is currently leading this. We've had quite a bit of changes in the top 5 as well, and action-packed out here on the water. We're going to have very great weather out here today. Looking at mid-80s and not a lot of wind. Tomorrow we're going to get a mixed bag. We're looking at overcast skies, but the week has been just tremendous all week here as we have been kicking off our first round. Over 200 riders, 35 countries represented right here in Poland. Beautiful shot there of Hugo Pastorello. And what a surprise that we weren't able to have John Bruno Pastorello, but just a shout out to that incredible man's career. He took the World Series win in 2019, 2022, and in 2023. And if you guys remember, just a couple of years ago, John Bruno Pastorello was here, and in that moto, that first moto, he actually had to try to swim across the finish line as he ran out of gas on that final lap. So managing your resources is incredibly important out here, as John Bruno Pastorello thinking of managing resources. Boat number 85. That gentleman just went off of his boat, 85, who was up in 2nd place. What a tough break for Felix Kremer, with just a couple of laps to go, and that's going to turn it over to Kylie Elmers to move into 2nd. Wow, drama unfolding on the final 5 minutes of this race. What an upset. Hugo Pastorello coming through in the lead, and Kylie Elmers in 2nd, and it looks like Bahizan has also moved up into 3rd. Unbelievable. Felix, oh, what a horrible break for him. Just got a bit unstable coming into that turn and flipped him right off the boat. And isn't it fascinating how your fate can change so quickly? And it isn't awesome that right here, legends are made as we start the first of an incredible World Series. These riders will have to traverse the globe multiple times this year, and number 3 also going out of it. That is Paweł Koman from Poland having to bring it in. Again, your race leader, the son of a legend, Hugo Pastorello. And you can see the replay here of Felix, boat number 85, as Felix goes right off of his boat. Felix Kremer having to tuck, duck, and roll. And that boat just walked away from him. The gentleman that was up in 2nd, doing an Olympic dive off of that one as we salute the opening of the Olympics this week. Give a little shout out to those guys, and what a signature moment that jet ski racing gets to open our premier World Series at the same time that the Olympics in Paris opens. And not to brag, but it's super fun to be on that kind of a level and that kind of a platform, thanks to all the incredible crew here for WGP1. If you want to follow all that action, you can go right to WGP1.com. I want to thank our tribal title sponsor, Jet Tribe. I should just call it our tribal sponsor for Jet Tribe. Special thanks to Tony Vo, Sarah, and of course we're going to get an opportunity to watch Andrew Vo make his way down to the water this weekend. And as you can see, attrition starting to become a factor in the final few minutes of endurance racing. You can see the boats being towed in. And it is heating up. Kawasaki well represented in the house. Got an incredible booth for Kawasaki, and what a race as we finish up our final couple of laps. But again, Hugo Pastorello was leading, or is leading, and it was boat number 85, Mr. Kramer, that was in second. He was riding for Germany, but him's off his boat, and you could see Georgi Kasha getting pulled in. Georgi Kasha pulled the whole shot in endurance this morning and was leading up until he was actually leading over 2/3 of the race, and then that boat just cratered on him. So a tough break for the gentleman out of Hungary, and a legend of a racer from Hungary, Georgi Kasha, now having to get towed in on a towboat. There is Hugo Pastorello coming through to that front stretch. This is a 7-mile track as you take a look at the white flag coming up. 7 miles on each lap is what these guys are having to navigate. And here's what's interesting. They're only taking 3 buoys. Those buoys are 10 feet in height, each one of them. So you definitely don't want to tap one of those things as you're going around it. And then they also circumvent the entire closed course race. They are racing aboard some very finely tuned craft. Of course, Hugo and John Bruno Pastorello, all sponsored by Kawasaki. They've been riding Kawasaki boats for years and have had a tremendous amount of support from Kawasaki, and those boats have been incredibly bulletproof. Right now, Hugo Pastorello cruising his way through this final lap, looking very solid, very smooth, and relaxed. He had a great race yesterday. We had one of the highlight passing moments in yesterday's racing action. Get a chance to take a look at that on the live stream from yesterday's highlights. Right now, Hugo Pastorello has got the lead, and he has got a nice gap between himself and second place. So Hugo Pastorello running in the lead, Kylie Elmers in second, Louis Behezen in third. And we do have another rider that has moved up into that fourth place spot. That is Dominique Gregory Spock out of Germany. He's moved up into fourth. Michael Legal in fifth on boat number 21. Nico Chamond, your 2021 World Series winner, is back in sixth. Anna Jachimik, a local product and one of the big promoters to get us out here to Poland. She is up in seventh place. But again, your race leader, Hugo Pastorello. We are under a white flag at the moment. Final lap. Kylie Elmers, riding for Australia, is in second. Clocking around a beautiful morning here this morning. Again, don't forget to follow us on our social media, particularly jetskiworldseries.com. You can also go to WGP1.com and get all of the great action. But this is the final few moments of our first race of the day on Saturday one of our premier days. We are going to be broadcasting to over 800 million people this weekend once we get to that satellite uplink. And our riders are ready to rise to the challenge here because they are incredible. Again, your top three, you are looking at Hugo Pastorello carrying the reins for Kawasaki. And I got to be making his dad very proud. And isn't it interesting that Hugo Pastorello has the exact same riding style as his dad, John Bruno Pastorello, looking very similar to him. Kylie Elmers in second, and Louis Behizan in third. So from the country standpoint, we have France, Australia, and Philippines in your top three.
Hugo Pastorello jest pięknym liderem tego wyścigu. Mamy jeszcze Filipczyka w pierwszej trójce, a przed chwileczką tutaj bardzo ostra jazda wykonania górki Polaków Warka Bartużela, Helix Kryta.
Hugo Pastorello moving his way through the lap traffic as he continues the final couple of turns. Just double checking to see where he's at and making sure that he's not interfering with any other traffic. Please put your hands together for this gentleman carrying the torch for Kawasaki. Congratulations to Hugo Pastorello. What an amazing job for Hugo Pastorello, boat number 8, riding the 8 ball. And a big shout out to Kawasaki.
Zwycięzcą jest Hugo Pastorello, nowy kierowca Kawasaki Team. Hugo Pastorello, syn Jean Bruno Pastorello, wielokrotnego zwycięzcy tej konkurencji, jaką jest Helix Kryta.
And you can see he's just taking a moment there to enjoy that first win. That was 35 minutes of grueling water time plus an extra lap for these guys. And again, the laps over 7 miles per lap. This lake is over 45 kilometers long. It's one of the biggest lakes in Poland and built for agricultural purposes. It supports all of the crops around this very rural area and just an incredible, beautiful recreational site that we are getting the privilege to be a part of. You're watching the race action here live. This is the Jet Tribe Eurofinals 2024 World Series Round 1. Again, coming in second, going to be Kylie Elmers, followed by Louis Behizan. Kylie just coming through as she also double checking to make sure that she's on the right side of that MasterCard buoy. They got to make sure that they pass on that right-hand side of that buoy as they come in. And she's just going to cruise through that finish line. Congratulations to the young lady out of Australia, Kylie Elmers, riding for Knauf and U.S. Gypsum. Beautiful job and well done for another legend in our sport. Miss Elmers bringing it in so the team can help her out. Kylie, of course, a mechanic and a pro racer. She also helps support several other teams. Her and Les Cook have been indomitable. And tough break for boat number 21, having to come in under the hook. Michael Legal from France, who was riding up in the top 5. And that is the worst way to make your way back to the shore, is getting an Uber from one of the course marshals. Got to be Louis Behizan taking third, riding for the Philippines. Good morning, Seb, and I will pass along your congratulations from the live feed over to Kylie Elmers. Also, Blaze doing a shout out for Team Philippines, and Mariana Kayatatai shouting out for Kaza 5. And there is boat number 70. Arkadiusz Spartzel. Again, just a quick recap. It was Georgi Kasha that took the whole shot, led through 2/3 of the race, right around 21, 22-minute mark. All of a sudden, drama is happening underneath the hood. Georgi Kasha having to get towed in. That turned it right over to Hugo Pastorello, who had been putting a lot of pressure on Georgi Kasha. And Hugo Pastorello bringing it all the way home for the win, followed by Kylie Elmers in second, Louis Bahizan in third. Team Philippines sure has had an incredible week thus far out here in Ostrów, Poland. And we have had some incredible crowds in the stands. You've got to look here at our schedule for today. It is going to be massive. We just got through Working Endurance Open. Up next is going to be Pro Ski Grand Prix. We are going to combine that with Pro Women Modified. Pro Sport coming up today with Pro Runabout Grand Prix. In fact, all of our pro classes, as you can see, are going to be jumping in. Plus, we're going to be going into our second motos from some of the races that we hit yesterday, including novice ski stock and junior ski 13 to 15 four-stroke lights. So basically, what I'm telling you is we've got a great day of racing. Don't forget to join us. We've got QR codes all around the venue. And also we'll be posting those online for you so you can keep track of the live timing. We've got up-to-date live timing in real time. And the fans playing it smart out here today, coming out with umbrellas and plenty of sunscreen as we get ready to go. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to our proudest moment. Tumbling through every single detail. Unveiling pristine odysseys ahead. Crafting each element for globe-trotting. Embarking for the sky. Your magical journey redefined. Thai, smooth as silk.
Presented by Freedom Racing. Powered by Jet Tribe.
I have a relationship in Thailand. It's the love for the people, for the food, the beautiful nature, and the places. I've cultivated a beautiful relationship in Thailand. What will yours be?
Official partner, Sport Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds.
Welcome back to the Jet Tribe Euro Finals 2024. We are just finishing up with our endurance rounds as we transition over to some closed course racing for you. And as we have mentioned in the past, we will be having a dual course out here this weekend. We've got the ski division and all of those ski classes will be running on the ski course. Then we will also have a modified runabout course out here today as well. We will be showing you both of those courses later today on the live stream. And again, we have a even cooler, in some regards, monster endurance course that we just got a chance to take a look at this morning. There's a good shot of our crowds and all the different teams. And you could just see up there Andrew Hubert-Laurie hanging out there, chilling like a villain after multiple wins earlier this week. Great to have Amber Hubert-Laurie in the house. Vicky Gregory up there also getting a suntan all the way from Great Britain. And I could see the UK and Great Britain representing loud and proud up in the grandstands. They've got tons of reasons to celebrate as we get ready to rumble with Pro Ski Grand Prix. We are going to be combining that with the Pro Women's Division. I see Kawasaki up there chilling. Some of the top riders and top teams from Kawasaki here. It's great to have you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of jet ski racing as always. You've been just a huge support of us over the years, and we appreciate you. We will get you that lineup in just a moment. But again, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media channels. We've got a big set of races on the docket today, and there you can see Peter DeSmet, our race director, up in the tower, along with Kimberly and the rest of the crew. We've had one of the best crews in the business here working this weekend in Ostrów, Poland. And if you want to be a part of something like this, plan on working 12 to 13 hours a day. You get up at ridiculous times of the morning and you go to bed at ridiculous times of the night. But it's one of the best families that you could ever be a part of. Also a big shout out to our course marshals. I see Mrs. Richardson up there as she finds her way to the seats. Got a little brief glance of Siri Salonen, it looks like. How's Great Britain doing today? As I mentioned, 30 countries out here representing. I want to take a moment and say a special shout out and thank you to our title sponsor, Jet Tribe. Tony Vo is actually in the house this weekend, and as elusive as he is, we might actually be able to get him up here for an interview. I'll let you know if I pull that off or not. And we will be bringing these riders down to the line. I was just taking notes on who's going to have the pole positions. And it looks like boat number 121, Siri Salonen, will have the pole position on the inside. And Jaden Richardson is going to luck out and have the pole position on the outside split. Let's talk a little bit about how that happens. So on the first moto, if you are lucky, when you draw the pins, all of the pins will have different numbers on them. And it is a random drawing. And if you're lucky, you'll be able to draw that coveted spot on the pole positions. And Jaden Richardson will have the pole on the outside. Siri Salonen will have the pole on the inside split. And talk about celebrities on this lineup. We've got James Wilson making his way to that starting line, riding for the U.S., picked up by Kawasaki last year as a sponsored rider. We've got Kevin Redderer down on the line, Kevin out of Austria. Multiple world champion riding for Flamingo jet ski team, and you can see Knauf and U.S. Jimson represented as well. Check that out, boat number 79, another great factory rider. That's Jonathan Fand. And actually, the gentle lady that is on that boat is going to be Sophie Francis. Jonathan actually had that boat yesterday, but Sophie Francis is going to be aboard that boat today, also a factory-sponsored rider for 2024. And how cool is it to have Sophie Francis on that circuit? River Varner down there on the line, riding all the way over here from, oh my gosh, girl, you've been all over the world. I don't even think she went back to the U.S. She's been touring Europe for the past several weeks. And River Varner representing the U.S. And she is aboard Matthias Reynes's boat, so she's on OPP as well. Borrowed property. Here's a great shot of River Varna. Keep your eye on that young lady. Christoph Cirillo has been working on her boat. Boat number 4, Tana Nguyen, Mo Lee. Part of the Twins of Thunder. By the way, the boat that you're taking a look at there, both him and Tana Widmoli will be working that boat this weekend. And as he comes in, that is boat number 115, Harley Ritchie, riding for Spain. See the Estonian team up there. How's Estonia doing today? Give us a shout. They're just noticing I'm talking about them. Andrew Hubert Laurie and his dad and the family up there hanging out, watching a little pro ski racing. And I see Sophie Francis is going to be on the outside split, the Cinderella position on that lineup. It's a tricky place to pick, but man, if you could pull it off, it will convert into a whole shot for you, and we've seen quite a few world titleists take that outside. Let's see if Sophie's able to convert. Man, and she's got a celebrity holder as well, Robert Dixon down there holding her on the line. You know you're somebody if Robert Dixon will come over and hold for you. Tanawin Moli, one of the sons from Chokalit Moli, and a legend in Thailand. Chokalit was one of the first Thai riders that we were introduced to over in the United States. And boat number 115, Harley Ritchie in the house, riding for Spain. Harley actually joined me on the live stream yesterday. What a absolute sweetheart to come up and hang out with, and just a great commentator as well. Saw Marlon Teague down there. There's the Triple Aces. That is Jaden Richardson in the house. Great to have Jade, his dad Colin down there. Colin used to be a celebrated racer as well. And Jaden Richardson riding for Australia. Benji up there, B&J, giving some feedback to Kevin Redder. Benji, why'd you cover your mouth? I couldn't see what you were saying. Oh, we got a check out there. I had it on the sheets for Spain, but Harley Ritchie's actually riding for the UK. His dad came up, a gentleman that owns Mike's Gym. If you want to get in shape, you got to hang out with that guy. He's threatened to make me go work out with him. I'm a little scared, to be honest. Harley Ritchie riding for the UK. Thanks, bud. Appreciate the update. We'll get those sheets changed for you. Christoph Torello, how you feeling, sir? Down there with his son, that is Seb. Can't wait to see Seb Torello. Sebastian Torello riding for the U.S. He's aboard boat number 27, and he's going to line up on the inside split. There's Marlon Teague on boat number 71. Marlon riding for Estonia. How you feeling today, Marlon? He says, I'm ready to rumble. Siri Solonen just adjusting her gloves. Looking cool as a cucumber. These guys just getting ready to go. Oh, I love these different shots. That's 121. Siri Solonen's bow. Aw, she's blowing kisses at us. Good luck to Siri Solonen. She'll be riding for Finland on the 121, and the riders just getting into their pre-race modes here as they get ready to go, and the live stream is lighting up with comments. Sophie Miller says, hi, Dad. Jealous you're not here. That's just mean, girl. Loud Dranyeb, good morning, sir. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Christian Miller, shout out to Sophie in the stands, supporting Team GP. Pitak Masuk, K45, brother boy. Christian Miller, good morning to you as well. Yes, I will definitely give Sophie Miller a ton of shout outs. She's amazing. Christina Wilson, shouting out for Jimmy and Sophie. Des Ventus, shout out watching from the Philippines, and a fan of Angelo Ventus. Great to have you here. And again, as we're going down the stands, you can see Chowlit Kujaroon supporting Tanawin Moli as they get ready to roll. One of the most celebrated and biggest tours in history you are watching right here live. The first round, Ostrów, Poland. And we've got 2 more to go this year. Boat number 79. Go, Sophie. Hey, girl. Robert Dixon, look at you. He's all focused and ready to go. Hey, I tell you what, let us know who you are cheering for. We had quite a few already on the line, but give us your comments on the live stream. Tell us who you want to root for. Tell us where you're from. If you have questions for us or you want to find out more, just let us know. Marita Gustaffer has already jumped in. Go Kevin, Mike Kruskus. Let's go Jaden. Rashanak Anam, go T4, go T30. Give us your comments, your feedback, your ideas, questions, anything you'd like to know. We're happy to be here and celebrate with you. You've got a lot of celebrities down there on the line. Kevin Redder took the win in 2023 on the World Series. Rafael Moran took the World Series win in 2022. And it looks like we are moving these guys up to that lineup. We are going to show them the starting grid, and then we're going to bring them back, and we're going to go racing. So get locked and loaded. Get your comments in now before we get into the race action. What you're watching here is the riders are getting an opportunity for the first time to see just the starting grid. And thank you for all your patience yesterday with the live stream. We had a few technical difficulties. As you can imagine, anytime you are a traveling roadshow like we are, you encounter all kinds of craziness. Electricity was our enemy yesterday. We had the electricity go out on us ever so briefly. Also a little bit of challenges between timing and the production tent, but we got all of that taken care of for you today. That's just a part of it. But appreciate your patience and helping us out with the call. Boat number 27, as you can see, Mr. Girello just working his way through those buoys as he gets warmed up and ready to rock and roll. That is Sebastian Girello, and man, talk about jet ski royalty. Christoph Girello, his father, a owner of the company Go Fast out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. There's another shot at Tanawen Lee, boat number T4. They just put that boat together less than 48 hours ago. Special shout out to all of our incredible sponsors. It does take an army to put together this kind of event, and a lot of comments are starting to chime in on the live stream. We had a ton of people from around the world joining us yesterday, and thanks for being here with us today as well. That is Siri Solonen, who's got probably the best place in the house, pole position, inside split for the young lady out of Poland. See quite a few of the teams down there getting pictures. David Sims, good morning, sir. Rita Vennemans counting out for Siri. And there is your lineup. Sophie Francis on that outside. As we get ready to go, this is going to be a big one. Starting grid is ready. Our live timing is ready. We've got some incredible innovations. We've got photo finish and lap timings. Photos will be taken of each lap. They're able to see the actual boats coming through to make our timing more accurate. Just some of the great innovations that the Jet Tribe Eurofinals 2024 has brought to us this year. And while this beautiful rural community is very quiet in general, we are about to break the sound barrier right here on the beach. I have no remorse. Jeanette Meir, go Harley Ritchie. David McCullough, good luck for all the riders. Todd Miller, let's go Jaden Richardson. Aussie. Again, Harley Ritchie down there riding for the UK. And it looks like Peter DeSmith's getting that crew ready to go as we light them up here in just one moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the call. We're on for Pro Ski Grand Prix, and we do have our engines firing up. We have a new lighting system as well. You're going to see a double blink on that red light system once he works his way down the grid. There will be 2 blinks from that little screen that you see off to the right. And Peter DeSmith has indicated to start your engines. And that was an almost instant red flag. We've even got drone footage following out this morning, but unfortunately, we are going to do a recall on that one. Look at Emma Gadsby up at the tower. She's like, I could have seen that. Great to have Emma Gadsby out here with us this weekend. Shout out to Lucy Gadsby, who's also out here. Lorenzo Bungag, I hope you come to the Philippines. I would love to, sir. In fact, I think we are scheduled to come out and see you. If not the end of this year, the first of next year, we'll come out and hang out with you. But I really appreciate you joining us on the live stream. All right, here's how these starts are going to work. You have 2 red flags and only 2. If they get pulled back again, then the 3rd red flag will not come out. If you jump the start on that 3rd start, you will have to keep going, but you will be immediately docked a lap, a new rule for us for 2024. Jack Wells, come on Harley, Molly, T4. And we're getting fired up again as we get started for Pro Ski Grand Prix. Kevin Redder along with Chris. That looked like a great start for boat number 71, Marlon Teak. We're going to go in and we'll get you who's got the whole shot on each one of these splits. Except I don't see a red flag. That's green to go. We got it. So our start, oh no, I do see a red flag for Peter. Never mind. Scratch that. All right, as I mentioned earlier, this will be the last red flag that'll come out today. Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that. I love the live stream. You guys keeping us honest here. Did Marlon jump that start, or was it a really, really, really good start? I think we have the answer to that. That was our instant replay. Bummer, man. I don't want to say who that was, but I guess we'll find out in just 1 minute. Dylan Bromley, come on, Harley. I see the Dubai Police out there. One of the great sponsors for the UAE riders for 2024. And we're going to bring these guys back up to the lineup. This will be the final red flag. If you jump on this one, you will automatically be down a lap. They will not be bringing the riders back on another red flag. Great new system brought to us by Jet Tribe Eurofinals and the World Series. Oh, it was actually Jimmy Wilson that jumped. So it's going to be Jimmy Wilson that has to start with his hand on his head. Oh my gosh, good start for T4, and Jimmy Wilson scooted out of there awful quick as well. Let's see if Jimmy can make his way through the pack. Incredible rider in rough water. Lorenzo Bungag, let's go Kevin, and Yalpa Lizade, Molly T4. You're watching the Jet Ski World Series right here, round 1, as we get ready to call our whole shot. Let's take a look on the inside. And that is Sebastian Girillo on the inside split with the whole shot from the inside. Let's see who he's going to meet up with on the front stretch. It's the triple aces of Jaden Richardson from Australia on the outside. Sebastian Girillo on the inside, Jaden Richardson on the outside. Jaden Richardson gets the whole shot. Looks like Kevin Rederer in second. Sebastian Girillo up in third. Congratulations to Jaden Richardson on a rock and hole shot as we get underway for Pro Ski Grand Prix. Also combined with the women's GP1 as well. 8-1 Racing, Harley and Jaden, let's get this. Again, don't forget to give us your comments, interactions, questions from the live stream. We're happy to share. Your top three, Jaden Richardson, Kevin Rederer, and Sebastian Girillo. And that's how it looked on the start. Once again, that recap on the start was Richardson, Rederer, and Girillo. Tonawin Moli was in fourth, Richie was in fifth, Varner was in sixth, Wilson seventh, Francis in eighth, and Marlon Teak in ninth as we take a look at Jaden Richardson. Kevin Rederer smoking that inside split up in second. And incredibly close watching these two riders. Kevin Rederer only 2.217 seconds off the pace. First lap time. "52 seconds on the first lap." You heard me. 52 seconds was that first lap. 54 seconds for Kevin Rederer. Just in case you didn't think those guys were very fast, of course you know they are. Jaden Richardson working the, what I like to call fake backstretch. Just under 3 seconds between Jaden Richardson and Kevin Rederer. You have Australia squaring off with Austria. Jaden Richardson, 17 years old. Boat was built by his dad and himself. He's had a ton of help, he said. And that number comes from his dad, who used to use it as well. Jaden Richardson riding those triple aces. Colin, his father, used to race those race numbers as well. He's sponsored by Jet Pilot, AJSP, Wax Racing, and Works. And Jaden already, at 17 years old, a two-time world champion. You're watching Kevin Rederer from Austria as we zoom in quite quickly on Andrew Hubert Laurie's team. As you know, Kevin Rederer really needs no introduction. He's a gentleman that's got 22 world titles, 5 King Cup, Thai Cup championships. He's a 7-time European champion. He's currently up in second. Sebastian Girillo. Newer to the scene, he was born and raised in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. He's only 16 years old. His dad built that boat, the gentleman that owns Go Fast. That race number, by the way, is Mr. Girillo's birthday, and he is in third. There's your fourth place rider, Tonawin Moli. Tonawin, one of Chocolate Moli's twins. And there is Mr. Wilson in the house, the Kawasaki-sponsored rider. Wilson working his way up to top 5. By the way, the gentleman that just got through running endurance and got in the top 5, Louis Bahison. Happy birthday, sir. Thank you so much, Paul Del Rosario. Marianne Lewis saying, let's go Australia. Baron Fisher, come on, Harley. As we get a few laps down, we're on lap number 5. Here are some lap times for you. Now that the water's chopping up, we're getting a 1:2:74:09. Actually, that 52 seconds was not showing up correctly, but the lap that we're on right now, Mr. Richardson just pulled a 1:3:15:42. You want to know how close these two are between Richardson and Rederer? Richardson's fastest time was a 1:27.409, and Rederer's fastest time between these 4 laps was a 1:27.656. That is how close the top 2 riders are. And Rederer going to the inside split. Richardson is going to work the outside split. He's been comfortable with it. Let's see what happens on this front stretch. That looks awfully close based on these guys' times. Despite a very clean run on the inside, Richardson still holding off the multiple world champion Kevin Rederer.
Szanowni Państwo, po raz kolejny w Ostrowie Warckim jedna z największych skuterowych imprez na świecie, czyli pierwsza część Światowego Turu Federacji IJSBA World Series.
And Chirillo coming through, but he's got company, and that's Jimmy Wilson that was pushing him from the inside split. So Jimmy Wilson right behind Sebastian Chirillo. Sebastian gonna have to stay very smooth and work these turns. Fantastic rider and a ton of talent. But Jimmy Wilson is wily, and he's relentless. And he has been really working on the boat with Kawasaki this year. It has made a tremendous difference. As I got a chance to catch up with Jimmy yesterday, and he said, man, Don, it's a whole new level when you get a chance to work with a factory team that is so buttoned up and so professional like Kawasaki is, and he is very proud to be a part of that. Right back behind Jimmy Wilson, you see T4. That is Tanawin Mo Lee. Tanawin is in 5th place. Part of the Twins of Thunder duo. And Chocolit Moli on the beach along with Chowalit, 2 of the big legends in runabout racing and amazing ambassadors for Thailand's racing teams. And look how smooth that those turns are between the riders, Sebastian Chirillo and Jimmy Wilson. Jimmy coming from that inside, and he looks incredibly smooth on that inside split. Jimmy Wilson coming out on top. He gets around Sebastian Chirillo. Got a change in your top 3. We've still got Jaden Richardson leading, Kevin Rederer in 2nd, Jimmy Wilson in 3rd, Sebastian Chirillo in 4th, Tanawin Mo Lee running up at your top 5.
Przed chwileczką pan Dawson mówił o tym, że mamy zmianę w trójce. Kevin Rederer spada na 2. pozycję w WGP.
Yeah, Sebastian Chirillo just jumped back. And a little bit of shout out for Joey Pierce, the gentleman that built the engines. He's out of Havasu. That whole shot and a great position, he said, because of Joey Pierce. So big hugs to Joey and support from Joey Pierce, who has been helping Jaden Richardson out. Christina Wilson on the live stream. Go Jimmy. And by the way, talking about Jimmy Wilson, did you know in the last 2 laps, he climbed 3 positions. Jimmy Wilson having to start with a dead engine, and he is already up in to that 3rd place spot. An amazing move for the young man out of the U.S. Jimmy just went all the way from 6th to 4th. And unfortunately, Harley did drop back quite a bit, possibly a penalty or something going on with the engine. We'll get you more information as we have that. Hecky Ritchie saying, Coach Harley. Trayley Cunningham, yes, Jaden Aussie. Australia, you got to be lighting up this live stream right now. And we'll get you the up-to-date on that live stream.